huge wave of terror. If Barry dies and the Speed Force is extinguished, then this timeline and everything in it will be erased forever.
This is kind of completely unrelated with what she's saying right now, but I really love the actress who plays both Nora Allen and the Speed Force. She is so incredibly talented, and I just don't see enough people talk about how good of an actress she is.
Ooh, all right, parting people, that's a wrap. The Chronarch.
Can someone please explain to me why Chester looks the exact same as he does in 2023? This is 2049. We have gone significant years into the future, and he looks the exact same. I mean, holy cow. Could they have not even invested a little bit of time into making him look older?
Glad for your first mission as team leader.
Why has literally nobody aged? Like, look at them. They don't look any different. I guess everybody has just not aged a day since 2023. We're all just, you know, immortal or whatever.
I can feel how proud he is of you from the watchtower.
Yeah, I can't do it! I can't.
Dad! Oh my god, I found you.
No ma'am. No ma'am.
I'm starting to become convinced that the writers have no idea how genetics work at all. If Eddie were to have a kid with Iris, she would look nothing like this. You can't just slap a blonde wig on Barry and Iris's kid, a bad blonde wig, might I add, no offense, and just call her Eddie and Iris's kid. That's not how it works. I mean, I kind of understand the thought process behind it. You want the audience to know that this is like a weird twisted version of if Eddie had a kid with Iris, but at the same time she calls him dad, and then you kind of see that it's an illusion, so we would have picked up on it very quickly that it was an illusion of what could be. They didn't necessarily have to use Iris's already existing kid to do that. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I think that they could have done this a little differently, but I guess it was such a minor role that they didn't really care. I don't know.
34 years ago. How is he alive and why hasn't he aged a day?
That's funny. I could ask every single one of you the exact same question, as you also have not aged at all.
I wish I would have known. You know, I could have used my powers to help boost your empathy and maybe fight it off.
What if you projected your consciousness, your present consciousness, to your future body?
Are you being so serious right now, man? Why do they keep giving Cecile these power upgrades? Like, oh, we're tired. Like, stop. Just let Barry do his own thing at this point. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me that she can get possessed by the negative Speed Force when she has the regular Speed Force in her already. That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, because you would think that the Speed Force and the negative Speed Force couldn't, you know, exist in the same body, but...
That even though she was destined to be Iris West Allen, you decided to be together anyway.
Screw the future.
This may be an unpopular opinion, I don't really know, but I love Iris and Eddie together so much. Like, to me, they are so much better than Barry and Iris. I'm not a fan of Barry and Iris by any means, so I guess there's that, but I've always preferred Iris and Eddie together. I don't know, I just thought that they fit together a little bit more.
Weirdly, I can't remember the last time I was there.
Well, I don't blame you, considering you're only there, what, twice a year?
Yeah, about that.
I don't really know why she's surprised by this. It's definitely not a surprising thing at all, given the situation she is in. I mean, the whole agreement they came to for her to only see Jenna and Joe on the weekends was terrible in the first place. I mean, I don't even know why she even agreed to that. It was wild. So yeah, I really don't know why she's surprised.
And soon he will be all ours.
Who is ours? I mean, this is only the negative Speed Force right here, so who is the negative Speed Force talking to? Is it the other negative forces or something like that? I mean, I just don't know who we is.
Save me. I never thanked you.
It's good to see Eddie and Barry reunite. I mean, I know that Eddie's gonna eventually end up being Cobalt Blue and they'll have to fight or whatever, but for the moment it is nice to see them reunite as friends, even though they are not gonna be friends for much longer at all.
The one inside that crystal. The negative Speed Force.
What made the negative Speed Force use a crystal in the first place? Obviously, we've never seen anything like this before with the negative Speed Force when Reverse Flash used it and whatnot. So why is the crystal a thing now, and why is like all of a sudden the Speed Force interested in possessing people? I feel like they may have dabbled into explaining that a little bit, but I don't think they've explained it well enough for me to really understand why. But I'm just gonna go with it.
Listen, if past me could see me now, here in Star Labs working with Team Flash, he'd freak out.
What does this have anything to do with Cecile in the future not going home to her family? I'm so confused.
You just need to embrace what's around the corner and trust that this legacy that you're building for yourself.
So basically you're telling her not to worry about the fact that she never goes and visits her family in the future. I'm confused how this is helping her feel any better.
A better life. One with a daughter.
Did they seriously just use a flashback to an earlier scene in this very episode? I knew they were ridiculous with flashback into the episode prior and, you know, a few episodes prior and whatnot, but I didn't think we would stoop so low as to actually flashback to something that happened in the same episode. Are you serious? Did you think we fell asleep during that scene? I mean, we might have. I mean, this episode, to be fair, hasn't been the greatest, but come on. I mean, honestly, realistically, they've probably done this before, and I probably just can't think of a moment where they've done it before, or maybe they haven't. I wouldn't be surprised if they've done this before, flashbacked to a scene in the same episode, but irregardless, it needs to stop. I mean, I know it's a little too late to tell them to stop. I mean, we've got this episode and the next and we're done, but seriously, how did they not pick up on stopping with these bullcrap flashbacks sooner? I mean, nobody likes them, ever. I don't think I've heard anybody in the entirety of the show since these flashbacks have started go, hey, I really like these flashbacks. Nobody. They suck. Stop.
Did you know? I can hear it right now.
Does he realize how crazy he sounds right now? Did you know that I can hear the voices in my head right now? Like, is that gonna make your case more convincing? No, I don't think so. Really, you just really proved to him that you are slightly crazy.
The man I sacrificed my life for, you thanked me by stealing my fiancée.
I mean, he's low-key got a point, though. Imagine sacrificing yourself for your best friend, and you come back years later, and man says wifed up your fiance. That would be wild. I mean, that low-key is wild. I mean, yeah, he was dead, so it's like, not like Barry actually did anything wrong, but from his perspective, I understand, like, one minute you're, you know, with Iris, and then you wake up resurrected, and your best friend has stole your woman. This was low-key actually a really good fight scene. The past couple of episodes we have gotten good speedster fights. They just haven't lasted that long, honestly. I don't know why they don't make them last a little bit longer. I don't know if they don't have the budget to do it or what, but I wish we had more fight scenes that lasted longer than like 2 seconds. Come on. But yes, this fight scene between corrupted Nora and Barry was actually pretty fire. I won't lie.
It's complicated.
How come Iris is the only one that they put any effort into making her look older in the future? I mean, even with her, they only gave her like gray hair and that was it. But still, they did more for her than they did anybody else. Everybody else just looks like they are fresh out of 2023. Like, at least they did a little something for Iris. Why couldn't they do a little something for the rest of them? I don't really understand why some of them have aged a little and others have not. It doesn't really make any sense, especially since Allegra and Cecile don't have powers that would affect how they age. And Chester's a human, so Chester certainly would age. I don't know.
I won't hurt Nora. But for you, I'm gonna bring the pain.
What in the bootleg Spider-Man No Way Home do we have going on here today, folks? You know, this scene would actually be pretty cool if it wasn't Cecile that was, you know, doing the scene. I just cannot with her and her abilities. I don't even know truly what her abilities are. She has like so many different things that she does. It's weird. Like, she's an empath, but she can also do a bunch of other crap. And I don't even know how she ended up with all these powers. I think the writers just like her. And I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. This scene is automatically less cool because Cecile's the one that's doing it.
Actually, call me Virtue. virtue.
Speed Force Nora showed up in 2023. She said that she was under attack and that all that remains of the Speed Force lives in your family.
So are they not going to be as powerful as they usually are? Or maybe they're running on limited speed, kind of like how Barry did in the beginning of season 7? Is that kind of like what they're gonna do? Or is the show gonna act like the Speed Force being in bad shape doesn't affect them as speedsters at all? Because it definitely would.
I haven't seen you like this in so long.
Like what? I imagine if he looks anything like the rest of you, he probably hasn't aged at all. Maybe he has like 2 gray hairs.
Accept our power. And end the legacy of Barry Allen.
Okay, maybe that's why when Nora was corrupted, that's maybe why this negative Speed Force said we. Maybe it's all of them teamed up together using the negative Speed Force. I don't know. But either way, I'm super excited to have all of the speedsters back, especially Savitar and Zoom. Oh my goodness, it'll be great to see them again, assuming that they write them well and as the villains they were back in the earlier seasons, which I'm trying not to have my hopes up too high because the writing is nowhere near as good as it used to be back when these villains were first introduced. But regardless, I'm excited to see them all again and teaming up. I'm really hoping that the finale is good. I am holding out a little hope, you know, that the finale will be fulfilling and will make me happy, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. But yeah, I am really excited to see Eddie become Cobalt Blue and team up with some of these great villains we've had over the years. That is it for this episode of The Flash. I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!